Hello. I'm going to do a quick video on how to load the paper into the Smart Brailer. It's exactly the same way as the Perkins Brailer, so it shouldn't be too much of a learning curve for you. I wanted to let you know that there isn't a necessity to have the paper in there for it to work. If you just want her to play around and pretend to braille letters and have the power on so she can hear what she's brailing, that's fine. You don't have to load the paper in there. But if you do want it to be instant feedback and you want her to see what she is brailing and feel it, then that's when you would need paper. So the paper that I sent home is like this. It's a normal size paper, 8.5 by 11, and the holes always go on the left side when you loaded it into the brailer. There's another one that maybe you have that looks like this. I'm not sure. It's a tannish color, and this was for the traditional old metal brailer. If you want to use this, that's fine. You would just cut it down to the same size because as the white paper, because the longer ones don't fit in the Smart Brailer. So when you're loading, again, I'm just going to go over the parts over here, so that way we have a review. Tip it up. Again, I apologize for the lack of quality I have here for my video skills. So this is the release lever. It's on either side. Will do the same thing. They are dual working, and this is to release it, or to take it off the lock, and then that's to lock it on in. When you're working with the Smart Brailer, it's very picky. It's very similar to, let me get this set back up again. It's very similar to the other machine, and it's very finicky. I'm probably gonna tell you that you'll have to reload and load a couple times if there's a crinkle in the paper, or if there's something that it doesn't like. But this right here is on the right side and left side, so again, they both move in tandem. And to move the paper in, you move the spin, or the button towards you, the wheel. If you want to move it away, you would go away from you. So towards you moves the paper in, away from you moves it out. When I first go to load the paper, though, this is important. Make sure that you move this away until it cannot move any further. If it's down like in this position, and you can still, when you go to turn it away and it still gives, then go until it stops and locks. So that's the first thing you have to do. And then taking your paper, and the holes are on the left side, you're going to make sure that your levers or release levers are up. And this is the tricky part. It's incredibly important to make sure that it's underneath this part, okay? So it's right underneath the rollers, right here. Oops, the rollers. But this is also nice and tight and snug up against that blue border edge. If it's just off a little bit, it makes it really difficult for it to roll in. So when you put it in, make sure it's under the roller, underneath the carriage right here, but also all the way to the left. And then once you've, see, now if you notice over here, it's starting to fall out. Just make sure that's all kind of snug in there, okay? And then once you have that where you feel like it's secure, lock it in place, okay? And then I'm going to switch it so that way you can see. I'm going to take the roller and I'm going to move it towards me, and it should go right in for you. Now, what happened with me is it didn't for me. So like I said, it tends to get a little bit of it has a temper, I think, anyway. So sometimes just taking it out and then loading it again, and this time it went in. And it, you know, you don't have to be exact with how far up the paper goes up. I like to get it so that it's as far up to the edge without obviously the carriage not being able to write the Braille for her. And then you can go ahead and do your brailing. And then when it's over with, you just take the wheel and you move it away. Okay, and you bring it all the way. You know, if you're at the end of the paper, it's going to do that anyway. But and then release those levers, and it comes out. And that's basically it. Good luck. Again, always feel free to call me, text me. I'll help you as best I can. Have a good day. Bye.